Hey everybody, today I'm going to be reviewing the magicJack. First thing first, for those who aren't familiar with magicJack, magicJack is a phone service that plugs into your computer and is basically a VoIP service, a voice over internet protocol service, basically a digital phone service for $19.95 a year. Let's go and have a look at the magicJack itself. I currently have the magicJack device plugged up to the computer mid-tower locked Black Max. The magicJack basically comes with an extension USB cord, and as you might be able to see, there's the magicJack itself. In the package you get basically this cord, the magicJack itself, some instructions, and that's basically all you really need. There are a lot of people out there who think magicJack is a big scam, which I've known two people who use magicJack and they love it. So I decided to give it to my parents for Christmas. And I have recently plugged it up, and just like I say, you plug it in and you can begin making phone calls. They give you 30 minutes of talk time or 48 hours total to try magicJack out before you register it with the phone number and everything. Basically, this is the software that is on the magicJack. When you plug it in, it updates from the internet, and this screen comes up. Let's go ahead and try out magicJack, see how it sounds. Here's the telephone I'm going to be using to make this call. Typical average telephone. As you might be able to hear, there's a dial tone. Let's go and make the call. As you might be able to hear, my cell phone is ringing. Let's go answer the call. Now I have the cell phone on speakerphone. Let's try out magicJack and see how it sounds.
I'm now in a different room in the house using the telephone you saw previously in the video. As you hear, magicJack sounds like a typical telephone. You can't tell the difference between a standard telephone to the magicJack. Not bad for $19.95 a year, is it? Free local and long distance, call waiting, caller ID, and much more features are included with magicJack. You buy the device at Walmart or somewhere for like $39, and it pays for your first year of service, so you get a year free. Not bad at all, is it?
Now let's go ahead and make a call using Time Warner Cable's digital phone. It's basically another VoIP service, except it's at least $30-something a month rather than $19.95 a year. Now let's make the call using the same telephone. Of course, there's the dial tone again. Now the phone's ringing. Let's go answer the call. We have answered the call. We're going to put this on speakerphone so you can hear it.
of Time Warner cable digital phone service. Can you really tell the difference? Because I sure can't. I mean, the price is different, that's one thing. Even with AAA, you're still paying at least $30-something a month for this service.
Here's a computer I'm running magicJack with. It's the Mid-Tower Deluxe Black Max Edition. Spec-wise, it has an AMD Athlon 64 3200 plus CPU, overclocked to 2.67 gig. It's a 470 MHz overclock. And we have 2 gigs of system memory in this thing. It's DDR400. And it runs Windows 7 Professional 32-bit. So it's not a very, very powerful machine. But as you could hear, magicJack worked just fine on it. We're using Roadrunner High Speed Online that has around 25 to 30 something megabits per second download and around 1 megabit per second upload. And here's something I want to go ahead and talk about right quick, because I see this a lot on the internet. A lot of people are having some major criticism on magicJack because it's not working right for them. There are 2 things I want to point out about magicJack when you go to use it. First of all, don't install it on a really crappy computer. If your computer is really old and has an old little Intel Celeron processor and low amounts of system memory, and I could just go on and on and on. If you have, in other words, if you have an old system that is not very powerful, don't use magicJack on that computer because it's going to harm the service quality. Number 2, internet service. If you're running DSL, don't use magicJack because DSL service, in my opinion, is so-so. It'll work sometimes, and other times it don't work well at all. If you have a cable internet connection, then magicJack should work perfectly fine for you. So before you go online and post harmful reviews about magicJack, consider how much internet you have and how good your computer is before you actually go online. Because if you have the right setup, magicJack will work just fine for you. As you could hear in this video, it was working perfect. magicJack has had its flaws over the years. It came out in 2007, and about that time it did have some issues with some flaws in the software and that sort of stuff. But here it is, almost 2011. This is a brand new magicJack with up-to-date software, and as you could hear, it was working perfectly fine. I mean, you just can't beat it for $19.95 a year. I definitely give this product a 5 out of 5. However, there's only one minor issue with magicJack I'm not really crazy about right now. It's really uncertain to whether they are really supporting number porting right now. Because my dad has had to sell his own phone number since he was 17, and he's in his mid-40s now, and he don't want to give up that number, which I don't blame him one bit. I'm trying to look online and see if we can actually port this number to magicJack. Hopefully we can. That way it will save him at least $220 a year on phone service. Anyways, any questions or comments about magicJack? Please feel free to ask. This is another product review by Q Computer Company. Take care.